Welcome to your 5 minutes of personal and professional development. Today, we're going to dive deep into the book Thinking, Fast and Slow by Nobel laureate Daniel Kahneman, a mind-blowing journey into your own mind. Have you ever made an impulsive decision you later regretted? This book is like the instruction manual for your brain that you never received. Kahneman reveals that two very different characters coexist in our heads, taking the reins of our thinking. One is fast, intuitive, and emotional. The other is slow, analytical, and lazy. Understanding how they work and when one or the other might be playing tricks on us is key to making better decisions in life and at work. All right, let's get into it. Imagine your mind has two orchestra conductors. The first, let's call it System 1. It's the Usain Bolt of thought. It's automatic, incredibly fast, intuitive. It works effortlessly. It's what allows you to understand simple sentences, drive on an empty road, recognize a friend's face, or feel an immediate aversion if you see a hairy spider. System 1 is an evolutionary marvel. It helps us make thousands of micro-decisions daily without us noticing and without expending energy. But be careful, because it's so fast and relies on patterns and emotions, it sometimes jumps to conclusions, gets carried away by prejudices, and makes errors in judgment. It's responsible for many of our biases. Then there's System 2, the Sherlock Holmes of your mind. It's slow, deliberate, analytical, and requires concentration and effort. It's what you use to solve a complex math problem, like 17 times 24, to park in a very tight spot, or to compare two washing machines before buying one. System 2 is the one that can question System 1, review its judgments, and make more logical and rational decisions. The problem is that System 2 is a bit lazy. It prefers to delegate to System 1 whenever possible, because thinking slowly consumes a lot of mental energy. So, what happens? Most of the time, our impulsive and sometimes erratic System 1 takes the lead, while our lazy but wise System 2 is in energy-saving mode. And this is where Kahneman shows us the trap. The book is full of fascinating examples of how these two systems interact, and, above all, how System 1 gets us into trouble through what he calls heuristics and biases. They're like mental shortcuts that, while often useful, can also lead us to systematic errors. For example, the loss aversion. It hurts us much more to lose $20 than the joy we get from finding $20. This greatly affects our financial and personal decisions. And let's not forget overconfidence, the tendency to believe we know more than we actually do, or that our predictions are more accurate than they are. Sound familiar? Kahneman doesn't tell us to distrust all intuition or to analyze everything with System 2. That would be exhausting and impossible. What he proposes is that we become more aware of how we think, that we learn to recognize situations where our System 1 might be messing up, especially when decisions are important. In those moments, it's worth waking up our System 2, pausing, and thinking a little more slowly. So, what are the key insights we should always remember from Thinking, Fast and Slow? First, we are not as rational as we like to believe. Our decisions are heavily influenced by automatic intuitions and emotions. Second, your intuition, System 1, is an incredibly powerful and efficient tool for many things, but it's not infallible. It's prone to predictable errors. Third, knowing these mental shortcuts or cognitive biases like anchoring, availability, loss aversion, or overconfidence is the first step to not falling for them so easily. Recognizing them in ourselves and others empowers us. And fourth, although thinking slowly with System 2 takes effort, in important decisions, personal, professional, financial, that extra effort makes a big difference. Learn to identify when you need to activate it. Remember, this is just a brief summary of the potential you can get from this book. Grab a copy by supporting your local bookstore if you want to learn more. Share this summary in your communities and WhatsApp groups to keep the chain of help going. If it helped you, you can help it serve someone else. Don't miss the next summary.